Thousands will gather on Capitol Hill in January for the 47th annual March for Life, where demonstrators will celebrate women's suffrage and leadership in the fight to end abortion in America. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
Organizers of the 47th annual March for Life have invoked the spirit of the suffragettes who secured the right to vote a century ago, announcing their theme for the upcoming march as Life Empowers. Pro-life is pro-woman.
It's very much related to the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which is a woman's right to vote. So this is going to be a year where we're celebrating the early suffragists, and many of them were pro-life. In fact, it was Alice Paul who called abortion the ultimate exploitation of women.
So pro-woman means pro-life, a notion that harkens back to the suffragettes, and a message the president of March for Life, Jeannie Mancini, hopes several 100,000 voices will convey to the American people and Congress when they march up Capitol Hill amid the sleet and snow of January.
March for Life began in 1974, the year after Roe and Doe were handed down from the Supreme Court. So it's on the National Mall at 12th Street, and we march up Constitution Ave past the Supreme Court. It's literally the largest humanitarian walk march that happens annually every year in D.C.
It is also a march that retraces the footsteps the suffragettes made more than a century ago for the right to vote. But what is forgotten, or perhaps overlooked, is that many of these suffragettes stood not only for equal rights, but the right to life, says Sarah Foster of Feminist for Life.
So this coming year is a 100-year celebration of women's rights to vote, but it's also the celebration of a movement led by pro-life feminists, from Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Alice Paul, all these incredible, great women. These early American feminists, their first goal was the women's right to vote, but they also, without known exception, wanted to protect those unborn children and their mothers.
And it's a march that brings many from across the country and from Congress, like New Jersey GOP Congressman Chris Smith.
You know, I've gone to the march every year since 1974. I got involved in the pro-life movement in '72. And the march has always been a great catalyzing event. Lots of prayer, lots of inspirational comments made by the speakers, and just being together knowing that you're not alone in this fight, this great struggle for human rights.
The 2020 March for Life is planned for January 24th on the National Mall. John Hines, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.